Athens is Greece's capital, the center of ancient Greek civilization, and the birthplace of democracy. Today, the vibrant city is packed with excellent hotels and restaurants, is quite walkable, and great fun to explore. Many visitors to Greece pass through Athens briefly en route to the islands, but the city is full of amazing historical sites and archaeological ruins, including the fabulous Acropolis Plateau, atop which sits the Parthenon looking out over the entire city below. Plus tons of great restaurants, museums, and art galleries, live performances, and special events. A few more popular experiences and attractions in Athens include visiting the fabulous Acropolis Museum, taking in the incredible views from atop Lykovitos Hill, visiting the Olympic Stadium, witnessing the change of the guard in front of Parliament, and enjoying a late afternoon cocktail or dinner from any one of the many terrific rooftop cafes and restaurants with Acropolis views. Now, before we go any further, know that everything you see featured in this video, plus in-depth travel guides to all of Greece's best islands, including Santorini, Mykonos, Crete, Paros, Naxos, and more, plus leading destinations across Europe, including Paris, London, Rome, Amsterdam, and Lisbon, can be found on our site at santorinidave.com. Don't miss our great maps featuring where to stay in Athens, best hotels, top attractions, and more, and you can find those links in the description below this video. Here are our 8 favorite areas in Athens that we recommend for tourists: Plaka, Monastiraki, Syntagma, Kolonaki, Psirri, City Center, Koukaki, and Makryanni. We consider the Plaka neighborhood, the oldest and most touristed part of Athens, to be the best choice for first-time visitors. Situated at the base of the Acropolis and bordered by the city's 2 most famous squares, Syntagma and Monastiraki, the area is simultaneously packed with restaurants and shops, as well as quiet alleyways to get lost in. And even though it's full of tourists, it's still incredibly charming, with cobblestone streets, endless sidewalk cafes, and gorgeous architecture. There's also easy access to the airport and ferry port via metro stations on the edges of the neighborhood, and is within easy walking distance to the city's other sites and less touristy neighborhoods. Best of all, most of the neighborhood is pedestrian only, with some of the streets even paved in marble, and some of the best restaurants and bars in Athens are found here as well. Plaka also offers a great variety of accommodation, including lots of smaller and boutique hotels. Some of our favorites here include Ava Hotel, Electra Palace, and A77 Suites. Monastiraki is the bustling central downtown area around Monastiraki Square, a major Athens plaza. Located directly adjacent to Plaka, Monastiraki also has some of the ancient ruins, churches, and architecture, but is filled with typical urban hustle, busy streets, traffic, and people passing in every direction. It's also home to some of the best rooftop patios and cafes in the city, with stunning Acropolis views. Monastiraki is great for shopping, with the nearby alleys filled with Greek souvenirs and other commerce. The area, together with neighboring Psirri, especially comes to life on Sunday flea market days, when vendors line the sidewalks. For dining, the area offers a great mix from street food and casual tavernas to upscale restaurants serving traditional Greek and Mediterranean dishes. Ermou Street, which runs from Syntagma Square to Monastiraki, is the main shopping street in Athens, with a mix of local boutiques and international brands. And Monastiraki has a very central metro station, with direct connections to the ferry port and most other parts of the city. This makes it a great choice for short-term visits that's also easily walkable to the main tourist sites. Our favorite hotels in Monastiraki include A for Athens, 360 Degrees, and Muse Urban Suites. Syntagma is the large leafy plaza and area directly in front of the Greek Parliament building that's also home to the famous changing of the guard. This is where soldiers march in a crisp choreography every hour in front of the tomb of the unknown soldier, as well as every Sunday morning along the adjacent streets. The zone is the city's political and commercial center, with the plaza home to protests and gatherings over centuries, as well as frequent events today. Right next to Parliament is the large and lovely National Garden, an oasis of greenery that's great to stroll through or relax in, and makes an especially shady respite from summer heat. Syntagma is crisscrossed by major boulevards, and the metro station and bus stop have direct connections to the airport. Here too is a great choice for short-term visits that's also very walkable to the city's main tourist sites. Syntagma is, however, not known for having particularly great food, as it's filled with international corporate chains and fast food stalls. The city's two finest hotels, Grand Britannia and King George, directly front the square, both having exceptional rooftop cafe restaurants that are open to the public with some of the best views of Athens. Also nearby are the lovely Ergon House Hotel, with a boutique supermarket and cafe on the first floor, and New Hotel, with its groovy, art-filled interior. Bordering Syntagma and situated at the base of Mount Lycovittus is the Kolonaki neighborhood. This stylish, leafy area has some great museums and art galleries. Many of its streets are closed off to cars and lined with hip cafes and bars. The main street in Kolonaki features picturesque neoclassical mansions, some of which have been turned into boutique hotels, museums, and other businesses. The area is known for its high-end shopping scene, with both Greek and international luxury brands. Above Kolonaki is Mount Lycovittus, the highest point in Athens, with fabulous views over the metropolis. A funicular connects the neighborhood to the hilltop peak, which includes a restaurant. Visitors can also walk or drive to the top. Our favorite hotels in Kolonaki include St. George Lycovittus, Kokomat, and Periscope hotels. Psirri is located to the northwest of Monastiraki and Plaka. It's a hip, very pedestrian-friendly central area known for nightlife and packed with great places to eat. This also means that it tends to be a bit noisier, especially at night with the packed bars and cafes. Once abandoned, neoclassical houses have been renovated and reborn into boutique hotels, art galleries, tavernas, and pubs. The area is very much a working-class part of the city, with artist studios filling the narrow lanes and murals and graffiti covering many walls. On Sundays, the neighborhood is particularly alive, with the adjacent Monastiraki flea market full of vintage items stretching well into Psirri. With its slightly grittier edge, fewer tourists visit here than nearby areas, despite its proximity to the top attractions. This means there are some great accommodation choices at more affordable rates. Some of our favorites here include the boutique hotels The Foundry, Ibis 4, and Andronis Athens. City Center is the area to the north of Monastiraki and Syntagma. This is another very central zone, with easy access to most of the city's top attractions on foot, or to the airport and ferry port via metro. It's packed with great food for all budgets, plus some of the city's best bars, and shopping for both local and international styles. This area is home to the 140-year-old Athens Central Market, buzzing with vendors selling produce, seafood, and meats, and surrounded by simple restaurants selling traditional Greek dishes. Hotels in the city center are a solid mix of smaller boutique spaces and modern luxury hotels, with often better pricing than in the Syntagma Square area. Here we suggest Xenodohaio Milos, Gem Society, Gatsby, and Perianth hotels. Makryanni is the small neighborhood to the south of Plaka and adjacent to the Acropolis. This is where you'll find the fabulous Acropolis Museum and metro station. There's a long, shady pedestrian pathway that leads from the Temple of Olympian Zeus near Hadrian's Arch to the main entrance to the Acropolis that's lined with cafes and souvenir shops. Two hotels we recommend here include the excellent Athens Was, with a fantastic rooftop restaurant featuring one of the top Acropolis views, and Athens Gate Hotel. Right next door to Makryanni is Koukaki, another popular neighborhood with a great local vibe that's very close to the Acropolis, but a bit longer walk to many other sites. Three hotels we suggest here are Athenaeum Intercontinental, Cohort Koukaki, and Divani Palace Acropolis. Two additional neighborhoods beyond the central downtown area that deserve consideration are Piraeus and Athens Riviera. Though we don't feel it's necessary and don't recommend it, some people prefer staying close to Piraeus Port for an early ferry departure or late arrival. The best hotels in the Piraeus area are the Alex Hotel and Port Square Hotel. And the Athens Riviera is a collection of seaside towns south of Athens. Primarily a beach destination is a great choice if you're wanting some beach time, but your itinerary doesn't include time in the islands, or as a great day trip from Athens. It's about a 30 to 45-minute drive from the city and can be reached via public transportation. Here, our favorite hotels are the Four Seasons, the Margi, and the Grand Resort Lagonisi. Check out our many great travel guides that cover where to stay, eat, and go for popular destinations across Europe and around the world at santorinidave.com and across this YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.